Word of mouth was good. That's the best promotional tool. When someone says, brother, sister, you have got to see this.
Absolutely.
So the audiences came. A year later, we won 7 Tonys,
Yes, round of applause.
including Best Musical. And then that became the film with Diana Ross and Michael Jackson.
Yes.
And then it became a TV show, and The Wiz was played by Queen Latifah.
I remember watching.
Right. How's that for gender fluidity?
Amazing. So that, I mean, it is such a part to play. Well, it has a huge part to play in the Black history of Broadway.
Yeah.
How did it feel as a young Black man at that time, being in that show and knowing everything that it was, and being able to captivate, and also through word of mouth and through that commercial that I didn't know about actually, be able to start to change people's ideas about what the Black community is able to do within theatre?
Every generation has its specific taste for art and activism. The Wiz set the pace for art being activism, because it changed the way people were looking at the American fairy tale called The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. It's a brilliant film. Judy Garland was mesmerizing, but it was obviously meant for the consumption of white audiences. When you take that concept that there's no place like home, which is the message from The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, and you put it into the mouth of a young girl of color, then it becomes universal. Then it becomes inclusive as opposed to exclusive. So that's the magic that the Wiz had. And because we were the first to do that from an ethnic point of view, it continued the revolution that I thought I was part of as a hippie in hair.
So it is a continuation, and that is exactly what it did for many young Black women and Black people watching that show. Thank you for that. Now, having appeared in multiple original Broadway casts.
That's all I do, I create roles.
100%. And I think it takes a certain type of actor, a certain type of person. I don't think it's luck or by chance that you have had such a huge career creating and originating. It feels to me, when you look back at your illustrious career, phenomenal career, that you have applied your whole self into each role.
That is true. Look, this might be hard to believe, but those of us who are artists / activists, we don't do it because it satisfies our ego. We do it because we have some information that we want to share with you. You go to, or we go to the temple, we go to the synagogue, we go to the mosque, we go to the church, looking for healing. Every one of us carries a wound in our souls, which is why we go to those institutions for healing. We go to the theater for the same reason. Because those of us who have chosen this art as our profession, it's not because we make a lot of money. It's not because we're guaranteed to be famous. But it's because we know we can answer that question that you brought into the theater. We can solve that problem that you brought into the theater. We can resolve that crisis that you brought into the theater. We can lift that burden that you brought into the theater. We can heal that wound that you brought into the theater. If you go to a show and you feel as bad as you did when you entered, or even worse, you want your money back. And more than that, you want your time back.
Yes.
I invested my time in you,
Yes.
and you didn't help me. No. That can't be.
You can definitely completely feel that from you. I mean, being lucky enough to see you, one of the things that really struck me watching you play Hermes was how original the whole musical felt.
Yes.
But how original you felt. It was just like watching someone that was completely aligned with your universal message. It was like watching someone completely live their purpose on stage.
I'm glad you saw that.
So for any young actors that might be listening or watching, what is the key, do you think, for originality?
Now look, when I won my Tony in 2019, I dropped the wisdom bomb.
You did.
That went viral.
We're gonna get to that.
But wait a minute, because that's the only advice I have. So if you want to postpone it for a couple of minutes, that's fine. Because I was going to remind the people, all the people, whether you're in the arts or not.
Yeah.
Let me shut up. I'll wait for you to ask. I'll wait for you to ask.
We're going to postpone because I think we need to close on the cardinal rules.
Okay, we'll do that.
Who's here has seen André de Shield's collect his Tony Award? If you haven't, you're about to know. Okay, we'll leave that because that's gold.
Aye.
That's gold. Okay, a career-defining moment for you, of course, was winning the 2019 Tony Award for Best Featured Actor in a Musical for your critically acclaimed performance of Hermes in Hadestown. Yes. Now, what was it like to be sat in that auditorium when they called your name out in that moment? What did it feel like?
Well, I've been premeditating that moment, preordaining that moment for the 72 years prior to actually earning the award. So it was like eating a luscious piece of dark chocolate. That's what I go to when I'm not feeling well. I get a piece of dark chocolate and let it melt in my mouth. So here I was, 5'9" piece of dark chocolate melting in the mouths of America and the world. I said, satisfy yourself. Come on.
Yes, come on. Make some noise. André de Shield. As an activist, you endeavor to restore, I loved this so much when I read it, you endeavor to restore majesty, elegance, and literacy to the Black thespian toolbox. What advice would you give to the younger André de Shields? And it can't be the cardinal rules.
No, it can't. Because that took time to cook, to marinate. And I had to wait for the opportunity to put it to use. Because I just wasn't out on the street saying, hey, you want to hear my 3 cardinal rules? No. I had to wait for the moment when there were 9 million Americans watching their television.
Yes.
And wanting to go away with something golden, right? But if I could speak to the younger André de Shield, it's very simple. Hold on. What belongs to you is on its way to you. Do not become discouraged. And do not, everyone's parent says, not all that glitters is gold.
Yes.
The universe, the cosmos, is a cornucopia. And it's turned so that it's spilling nothing but blessings. And there's abundant blessings coming out. There are enough blessings for everybody. There's no such thing as lack. There's no such thing as inadequacy. There's no such thing as not enough. Here's the problem. When we go about our daily lives,
Yes.
and we see the abundance of blessings, and we pursue the blessing that has someone else's name on it, you're bound to lose.
Yeah.
You have to go after the blessing that says André de Shields. That's the blessing you want, right?
Yeah.
Or Joe, or Mary, or Sarah, or whatever your name is. Go after that blessing. Don't get distracted by all the madness that's in the world.
Wow.
Know in your intellect, know in your heart, know in your viscera that what you need, not necessarily what you desire, but what you need is being provided for you. What you have to do, as Shakespeare says in King Lear, you must be the pattern of patience. And while you are developing your patience, you're also developing your stamina, your self-determination, your ability to withstand pain, because pain is inevitable. Suffering is a choice. Don't choose to suffer the pain that you are experiencing. Just know it makes you human like everybody else. I guess I should stop now, huh?
Yeah, please. I feel inspired. I am inspired. I mean, you are so articulate and so empowering. Just from answering a question, that is very rare. But it's so refreshing, and as an actor, just sitting interviewing you myself, I mean, I'm a massive fan anyway. I had to pull it together for this. So
Oh.
I,
Well, you pulled it. You went to your toolbox. You brought out the elegance.
hey. So cats, let's talk about it. The Jellicle
Oh,
Bar.
what do you know about that?
Hey, now it looks incredible. Who's seen any of the pictures online? And the videos? I mean, we are, of course, in England. So ALW, Andrew Lloyd Webber, is a godlike here, a musical god.
Right.
You would have probably noticed if you had walked or wandered around the halls that there are a couple of original Cats cosplayers around.
Yes.
Now, when Cats was announced, some people were very skeptical about why Cats needed to be redone or reimagined.
Everybody was skeptical. It had already played on Broadway for 18 years.
Wow.
It's the show that made Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber a billionaire the first time. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's like, why?
So my question to you is, tell us about how, with a show that is so iconic and was so embedded in Broadway, how did you approach about bringing that reimagined version to life?
First of all, we have to understand that we are at. See, you got me going now.
Good.
We are at one of the most important intersections in the history of the human race.
Yeah.
And we are privileged to be alive now. It hasn't happened for many generations. Now, history affects everybody. Evolution affects everybody. But we who are now on the horizon of the 22nd century have an opportunity to make history and evolution collaborate with one another. Instead of pushing those who are different to the margins of society, we should open our arms and embrace everybody and everything. And the proof of that is simply to look up to the cosmos. I know cities are so bright with light now, you forget that there's constellations up there. You forget that there's the stuff that holds our galaxy together, the Milky Way.
Yeah.
Who talks about the Milky Way any longer? You don't even think it exists because you never see it.
Yeah.
But as it is above, so is it below, right? Those meteors that hit the Earth are made of things like gold, titanium, ammonia, nitrogen, etc. Well, guess what? That's what we're made of. So that's the big fire, and we are the little fire. And we're burning separately in our silos instead of getting together, right?
Yeah.
And living fully joyful lives and giving everyone his and her due. Now, how does that apply to Cats?
Yeah.
Well, when Cats was originally produced in 1981, its mantra was now and forever.
Yeah.
Right? However, in all the time it played all around the world, everyone was suspicious that there was a story that wasn't being told.
You're right. Yeah.
We delved into Cats, found that story, got rid of the whiskers, got rid of the fur, got rid of the tails,
Yeah.
and put it on human beings of all color, types, ethnicity, religions, politics, brought it together and made this beautiful stew, this beautiful gumbo, this beautiful jambalaya. You know, life is a potluck supper, right? Do you have that term here, potluck?
Yeah, potluck supper.
Yeah, life is a potluck supper. What each of us has to do is bring his best dish.
Hey.
And that's what we did with Cats. So that, anybody familiar with the film Paris is Burning?
Yes.
Okay, so that ballroom culture created in New York still exists in New York. So we went to those individuals who had been traditionally marginalized themselves and their art to the edges of society and said, we know you understand what we are trying to do, so come and collaborate with us. So this is an amalgam of authentic ball culture and legitimate theater.
Yes.
So these are people showing you what it means to live joyfully and authentically every day of your life, being how beautiful. That's all it takes. Know the beauty in yourself. See the beauty in yourself and wear it every day. No shame, no blame, no guilt.
Well,
that is the infection we should have in the world. I'm beautiful, you're beautiful, let's be beautiful together. You know?
100%. Well, just you explaining that makes me want to see that version of Cats
and
on the West End.
And it all happens on a 60-foot runway.
I'm here for it.
And the game is, can you top this?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Fantastic.
So yeah.
Yeah, we want to see it. We want to see it on the West End. Catch the Jellicle Ball.
Talk to Andrew Lloyd Webber. he came to New York to see the show.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Speed dial. I mean, he has a stand here, so we probably could call him and ask him that.
Right.
Now, before we close with a performance,
You're going to perform?
last performance from yourself. I can if you want me to.
Do you know Road to Hell?
Once upon a time there was a railroad
Well, not now.
line.
Wait, we're going to play that music. We'll do it.
Don't ask why, brother, don't ask why. Is that right?
Yeah.
Come on, I love 80s Town. Don't get me started. I'll be a fan.
No, we're going to get you started.
Oh, okay. Closing question. We're going to wrap it up. It's been such an incredible honor, honestly. I cannot put it into words. I'm not as articulate as you, I'm afraid. But before we close, I'd like to know what's the next mountain for André de Shields?
Well, I've already said it. I need to get that O.
The O.
Yeah. I don't know if you do TV streaming here. You must.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. So I've got a film out that was directed by Doug Lyman, who did all of those films with Matt Damon. What was they called? The Matt Damon's films.
That's it. Born Identity, is it? Born Identity.
Right, those films, directed by Doug Lyman. He has a film out now in which I have a featured role. It's called The Instigators.
Okay.
Check that out. And do you get American television over here?
Is it NBC we're talking about?
And
Yeah.
well, the film that I just mentioned, The Instigators, is streaming on Apple Plus TV.
Okay.
Now, the new television show is on NBC,
Yes.
and it's called, wait for it, Brilliant Minds.
Yes. Check it out. It looks
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. So that's going to get the attention of the people who do feature films, etc.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
They're wondering why I've been holding out on them for so long. I told them, I said, I got important work to do. You know, you can't reach out from cellular and touch people. But on the stage, when it's live, there's temperature, there's heat.
Yes.
You know.
There's connection.
Yeah, connection.
There's energy.
Yeah. So I got those two things happening. Check it out.
So it's to become an EGOT.
Yeah.
Emmy.
No. I am an EGOT.
You am. Come on.
I just need to get. I just need to get the symbol for it. Do you know what I mean?
100%. I know. Now, please, can you do us the honor with closing with your 3 cardinal rules, and then Road to Hell from Hades Town.
On one condition.
Okay.
Y'all gotta help me out.
100% we will.
Because you know it's sung by a company of people.
Yeah. We're here, we're your company. Can
Okay.
we be André de Shields Ensemble?
All right, here we go with my 3 cardinal rules.
Whoa. Look, that's premature. We need the cardinal rules first.
See, I couldn't get them to play music at the top when I came out here. The cardinal rules, the wisdom bomb that I dropped on June 9th, a Sunday, 2019. Cardinal rule number 1. Surround yourself with people whose eyes light up when they see you coming. I've heard people try to quote that and say, when they see you come into the room. When you come into the room, that's too late. Everybody's in the room. You don't know whose eyes are brightening up for whom. They have to see you coming when you're on the horizon. It's about expectation. Who's that? Just like we say in Hades Town, can you see it? Can you feel it? Is it coming this way like a train? So, surround yourself with people whose eyes light up when they see you coming. Cardinal rule number 2. people don't like this, but it's absolutely true. It's one of the few truths left in the universe. Slowly is the fastest way to get to where you want to be. Again, people misquote it. They say to where you want to go. No, that's what makes us in such a hurry. You get out on the street, you say, yo, where are you going? And the answer usually is, I don't know, but I have to get there in a hurry. No, take your time, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're in a hurry, let's go back to a couple of sentences ago. You're going to miss the blessing that the universe has written your name on. You're so busy, no, slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah. The best food you've ever eaten has been slow cooked.
100%.
The best love that you've ever made has been slow love, right? Come on. Cardinal rule number 3. This is my favorite. The top of one mountain is the bottom of the next, so keep climbing.
André the Shields, thank you so much for flying over from the Big Apple, center of the universe. Please make a huge amount of noise for Broadway deity André the Shields.
Who let the dogs out?
Who's going to close with one of my all-time favorite songs. We're gonna close. This is Road to Hell. One more time, André the Shields.
On the road to hell, everybody. Come on, I get it. On the road to hell, it was hard time. It was a world of God. And man, it's an old song. It's an old tale from way back when. It's an old song. And we're gonna sing it again. God's a man alive. We got some gods in the house tonight. See, on the road to hell, there was a railroad line. And there were 3 old women all dressed the same. And they was always singing in the back of your mind. Everybody meet the face. You might say this boy was touched.